Port Charles is a city built on secrets, and when one of them surfaces, it never just ruins one life. It can take down an entire empire. On General Hospital, the November 10 episode promises to do exactly that, as Dr. Portia Robinson finds herself at the heart of a revelation that could shake sunny Corinthos' world to its core. What began as a quiet whisper in the hospital corridors may soon erupt into a storm that threatens to destroy not only Sunny's criminal empire, but also the fragile peace holding Port Charles together. A doctor's dilemma. Portia Robinson has always prided herself on her integrity. She's a healer, a mother, and a woman who's made her share of mistakes, especially when it comes to secrets. Fans remember how she hid the truth about Trina's paternity for years. That decision nearly cost her everything she loved. So when she discovers something new, something that could devastate Sunny's power structure, Portia is once again thrust into a moral crisis. This time, the secret doesn't concern her family, but the Corinthos family. While treating one of Sunny's associates at General Hospital, Portia reportedly comes across a confidential medical report, one that suggests something shocking about the medication Sunny has been prescribed. Or perhaps, about who has been tampering with it. Recent scenes hinted that Sunny's moods have become increasingly erratic, his paranoia more pronounced. The man once hailed as a master strategist is starting to lose control, and Portia may now know why. A dangerous discovery. The pieces start to fall into place when Portia notices discrepancies in the lab, results tied to Sunny's prescriptions. At first, she assumes it's a clerical error, but when she digs deeper, she finds something sinister, a pattern suggesting someone has been altering Sunny's medications behind the scenes. Could someone inside the hospital be working against him? Or could this tie back to one of his old enemies who has found a new way to strike? If Portia's findings are true, Sunny may have been deliberately drugged or misled for months. That would explain his unpredictable behavior toward those closest to him, especially Ava, Nina, and even Dex. But what Portia doesn't realize yet is that her discovery makes her a target. And in Sunny's world, knowing too much can be a death sentence. Curtis gets dragged back in. Of course, this secret doesn't stay confined to the hospital for long. Portia tries to confide in Curtis, desperate for advice on what to do next. Curtis, still adjusting to his new reality since the shooting and his paralysis, doesn't want to be pulled into mob business again. But when he hears Sunny's name, alarm bells go off. Curtis has had dealings with the Corinthos family before, and he knows that once you touch that world, it touches back. Still, his loyalty to Portia wins out. Together, they begin to piece together how this sabotage could have begun. They suspect that someone with hospital access, possibly an insider working under false pretenses, has been quietly manipulating Sunny's medical files. Curtis suggests that Selena Wu or another rival could be behind it, using the system to destabilize Sunny from within. But what if the enemy isn't on the outside at all? Nina's guilt and the ticking clock. Meanwhile, Nina Reeves can sense something is wrong with Sunny, but she can't put her finger on it. His temper is short, his trust is fraying, and his patience with her is wearing thin. Nina begins to fear that her own secret, the SEC leak, might finally come back to haunt her. When she overhears Portia and Curtis talking about medical tampering, she panics. Could this be tied to her? Or could Sunny's downfall expose her own betrayal in the process? As she spirals into guilt, Nina makes the reckless decision to confront Portia directly. But Portia, determined to uphold her oath, refuses to discuss any patient information. Their tense exchange leaves Nina shaken and suspicious. She begins to wonder if Portia knows more than she's letting on. And she's right. Ava's unexpected role. Ava Jerome, ever the wild card, might be the unexpected key to blowing the lid off this whole conspiracy. Having lived in the shadows of the mob world for years, Ava knows how subtle sabotage works. When she catches wind that Sunny's stability may be chemically compromised, she starts connecting the dots, especially between Sunny's recent paranoia and his erratic treatment of her. If Ava joins forces with Portia, the truth could come out, but so could the consequences. Ava is no stranger to danger, but even she understands that going against Sunny could end very, very badly. However, Ava also has her own reasons for wanting Sunny's empire weakened. If this secret can help her protect Avery, or perhaps even gain leverage against Nina, Ava may just take the risk. The domino effect on the Corinthos empire. If Portia's secret is exposed, the impact won't just be medical. It will be political, emotional, and criminal. Sunny's enemies have been circling for months, waiting for a moment of weakness. A revelation that his mental state was compromised could open the door for rivals like Selena Wu or even Valentin Cassadine to strike. Jason Morgan's absence has left a vacuum in Sunny's inner circle, one that no one, not even Dex, has been able to fully fill. If Sunny can't trust his own mind, his organization will start to crumble from within. Michael, already torn between protecting his father and safeguarding his own family, could face the most painful choice yet: expose Sunny's vulnerability or help him hide it. Portia's moral crossroads. As the tension builds, Portia finds herself haunted by a familiar question: how much truth is too much truth? If she goes to the authorities, she risks becoming a pawn in the mob war. If she tells Sunny directly, he might think she's part of the plot. And if she stays silent, she becomes complicit in his potential downfall. Curtis begs her to walk away, but Portia can't ignore her conscience. The last time she kept a secret this big, her family nearly fell apart. She refuses to make that mistake again. In a powerful closing scene, Portia stands in the hospital hallway, torn between the phone in her hand and the door to Sunny's penthouse. Her face says it all. Whatever choice she makes next could change everything. A city on the brink. The November 10 episode of General Hospital is shaping up to be a defining one, not just for Portia, but for the entire city of Port Charles. With one secret threatening to unravel Sunny's empire, no one is safe from the fallout. The walls are closing in, the alliances are shifting, and the truth, once again, is proving to be the most dangerous weapon of all. As Portia takes a deep breath and prepares to tell Sunny what she knows, fans can only brace themselves. Because in Port Charles, even the purest intentions can set off an explosion. And when it comes to Sunny Corinthos, every secret has a price.